undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Bernard Hopkins, and his trainer, Bouie Fisher, longtime trainer, Bouie Fisher. Before we get to Bernard, we're going to ask Bouie a couple of questions. Bouie, first off, can you give us your thoughts on Bernard's performance?
Well, I thought his performance was, say, a B. Could have been better, but, you know, it was good. It was good. Put it that way.
When you say it could have been better, in what ways?
Well, I thought he could have used his jab a little more and give the guy a little more angles, but it worked out okay, you know, regardless of what.
Everybody knows, especially Boxingtalk.com readers, about the little wager that Bernard and William Joppy have. I mean, are you disappointed that he didn't get stopped, and do you feel that the referee should have stopped the fight at some point?
I feel that the referee should have stopped the fight because the guy took a heck of a beating. And to see a man get beat up like that for 4 or 5 rounds, you know, it don't help boxing, really. And if you could have seen him after the fight, you didn't see, what you saw in the ring was only half of it. Half an hour, 45 minutes after that fight, it was twice the size of what it was in the ring. His face continued to swell, and he wasn't getting the proper care after that. You know, and it was just a shame the way it turned out, but I'm glad that he didn't get hurt even more so, because he could have.
Would you say that that's the worst beating you've ever seen Bernard give somebody? And do you think that's the last we've seen of William Joppy?
Well, I would say that's just about the worst that I've seen Bernard dished out. And maybe this would be the last for William Joppy. Hopefully he can just take a long rest, get the proper medical attention, and pay attention to himself. Don't let nobody else tell him anything. Find out for himself what he should do and what he shouldn't do. But if they don't take care of him, I think it's going to be a tragic thing for him, as far as his career is concerned.
Now, January 24th, 2004 is Bernard Hopkins' parole date from Don King Productions. Can you tell us some of the things you see happening in 2004 for Bernard?
Well, whatever fights come after 2004, regardless of who they are, I think Bernard will be able to handle himself and handle whatever comes after that. Because Bernard's a true champion. He is the champion. He's the champion of the world. He's one of the greatest middleweights since the great Ray Robinson. And 14 years ago, we started on a journey, and that journey was to develop a great, great middleweight, and we've done so. And what makes him even better is the fact that he has some good opponents. And good opponents makes a great champion. Our goal was, 17? Tonight was 17. Our goal is 20. But from the way it looked last night, he can extend that if he chooses to. Because I think that Bernard he's becoming seasoned as a great fighter. And with his condition and the way he lives boxing, he's got a long future ahead of him. Not that we want to see him continue to box, you know, for 2 or 3 more years. That's not the idea. It's just the idea that he can if he chooses to, because of what he does with his life and with himself afterwards.
Last night was 17, and I'm sure that Bernard would love nothing more than for Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley to be among 18, 19, and 20. I mean, do you see those guys stepping up to the plate?
Well, on paper, they're talking on paper, but we want to see it in person. You know, it's very doubtful whether it's going to happen. We're hoping that it will happen. And if so, then you really would see that this guy's a true champion. They can't beat him from 154 to 175. If Bernard Hopkins get the matches, he can take care of himself. And most certainly, I think that he would be victorious in whatever weight it is, up to 175.
Thank you very much, Bouie.
Okay, thank you.